Ryan is in Milwaukee. Hey, Ryan, how are you?
Great, sir. It's a pleasure to speak with you.
You too, man. How can I help?
I'm a partial business owner of a custom material manufacturer that has 85 members that did $26 million in revenue last year. And my question is, I'm having a hard time getting my sales team to build lasting relationships with our customers, and I'm wondering how to incentivize that.
What is it again you produce?
Overhead cranes.
Wow. So you own them and lease them out, or you make them?
We make them and put them into facilities. It's the ones that run in the
so
in
a
the
factory will place an order to put an overhead in there that works every day?
Yes, sir.
And never moves again. It's not a portable thing. Okay. Wow.
Correct.
$26 million worth of cranes. Okay, so your sales guy walks in. I'm trying to understand how this works, so walk with me here. Your sales guy walks into a new factory or finds out there's a new factory going in, and it's being outfitted. The building's being built by a commercial contractor, and it's being outfitted by equipment people like you guys, and you guys get word of that, and the sales guy calls on, does he call on the contractor? Who's he call on?
Sometimes it's direct to the end user. Sometimes it's the builders for the building. So there's a bunch of different ways that we're able to get to them.
Yeah, okay. So sometimes it's the commercial contractor that's building the building, and sometimes it's the actual manufacturing company.
Correct.
Okay. And then once that guy or gal makes that crane sale, the only opportunity for him to make another sale to that customer is if they build another plant.
Either that or if they add on to their existing facilities or even on the same systems themselves.
Okay, so accessorize or expansion or brand new plants.
Yes,
okay, so why is it important for the particular sales guy to have the relationship? Because he's supposed to be managing the accessorizing and the expansions too?
Yes.
Is there a maintenance contract that goes with this too?
We don't actually do maintenance contracts. In identifying what I think is the problem is that we've established a system that incentivizes them to get the purchase order, but trying to build on past that is not something that we're actually doing unless there's another sale. So that's where I guess the basis of my question is.
So for them to accessorize or expand, your sales guys kind of forget them because they've moved on to the next date.
Yes.
Is the profit margin on the accessorizing or the expansion better or worse than the initial crane?
It's the same.
So it's more about customer satisfaction because those extra orders are smaller orders, aren't they?
They can be. It's about our philosophy is the idea of trying to be their provider for everything, and it's just putting in some of those.
If you don't do that, you let a competitor in the door.
Yes.
Danger. Yeah, I got you. Okay. Well, I mean, there's only two ways to do it, carrot or stick, right? Carrot is pay and or recognition and awards for customer satisfaction of existing customers. So John over here, he makes a sale, and of all the customers that he has ever sold, he has a 92% callback with all of his customers, and he wins that award and gets a $10,000 bonus this year or whatever. And we do it in front of everybody at the Christmas party. And or you pay a higher commission rate after the big sale is made on the little sales and the add-ons in order to keep the competitor out and keep your guy engaged. That's carrot.
Okay.
You can put carrots in front of them, right? I probably would do some of that, but I also would use stick. And stick is your job is to call back and make sure they're okay. You don't get to keep your job if you don't call back and make sure they're okay, because that's the definition of your job. That is your job description. Your key performance your key performance indicator, your KPI, your KRA, your key results area, we call them in job descriptions here. So your KRA is not only to make initial sales, it's to make sure that the customer is so happy after that every freaking screwdriver that they need for this thing they buy from us, ongoing for the rest of their lives and your life. That is your job. If someone else makes a sale inside that plant, by definition, you are not doing your job. And by definition, I'm going to hold you accountable to that. And by definition, holding you accountable means if you do it too many times, you don't get to work here anymore because it is your job and you're not doing your job. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But we just have to be real clear. And you have to repeat that like, I don't know, every day. And then you actually have to follow up and hold them accountable. Like, how long has it been? I want to see your call reports on old customers. I want to see that you've contacted them. File it in this. Have you got a sales system? I'm sure using Salesforce or something else, right?
No, we don't.
How are you tracking your salespeople's activities?
It's at this point, it's a manual system that I'm asking them to fill the information in.
Okay, I would pick up. How many salespeople you got?
7 direct sales to customers, but then we also do a lot of work with other crane companies to expand our reach.
Yeah, I think you guys need a sales system. I think you need a piece of software, Salesforce or somebody else, where they enter every contact that they have with a customer. And you can develop patterns then as to what results in a sale. And it also helps you address this issue because we know whether they've contacted and followed up on existing customers for accessorizing and expansion or not. And if you've not done that, I'm going to read a report. It's going to hit my desk, and I'm looking at John. John does a lot of first-time sales really well, but John has never followed up with a customer in the last month and a half, existing customers. So me and John are going to have a talk one-on-one. It's not threatening. I'm not being mean or sarcastic, but I get the opportunity to hold him accountable, but you don't have the data to hold him accountable right now.
Okay.
That makes sense?
Yes, sir.
So I think you start talking to him about it and go, guys, you've been doing a really good job on this, and we as a company have been doing a really good job on sale number 1, but sale number 2, 3, 4, and 5 we suck at, and I'm not okay with us sucking at that. So I'm going to help you. We're going to put this system in place where you can log in and we can see who's doing that. And by the way, you can show them how much money they are making from sale 2, 3, 4, and 5, even if you don't change the rate. You can make the sale to the salesman that this is a valuable activity to them. That make sense?
Yes, sir.
But you got to have data to do it. It can't just be this vague thing of we don't want the competitor in and this vague thing of we want to make sure we follow up. No, I mean, if you're actually logging it and then over a period of a year or two, you say, hey, look, we did $26 million total. Of that, hey, look at this, $7 million is follow-up sales. And so your personal income is 15, 20% of it is based on follow-up sales. So it's worth doing, dude. And this is me talking to my salesman if I'm you. But I got to be able to show them that actually occurred in their paycheck, and that I don't even have to change their commission rate to cause that to happen then. So yeah, I think your big thing is you need a system here to follow up and to push them through. Great business, man. I love that. Thank you for the call. Very fun talking to you.